guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a 5-minute game preview. And we're talking Mighty Hurricanes versus Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish. I mean, it's a game that has a lot of history between the programs. You probably could call it ancient history now because, when we played, it was the 80s, early 90s, and, we had a period of not playing them for, over 20 years. And then we played them again in 2017 and we demolished them. And now we're playing again, and it's the first game of the season, and I'm excited. Anyone from Miami, anyone who's a Hurricanes fan, they know the history. Catholics versus Convicts. It's a big game. It is a big game, and hopefully it starts something that we keep doing, because I think it's amazing when these two, teams play each other. I think it's amazing when you have, the storied Catholic school that Notre Dame is versus the private school that Miami is, the swag, the U. I think it's exciting. It's just two cultures clashing, and it's always a good time. And I'm excited. It's the first game of the season. There's a lot to kind of talk about. Let's talk about the history first. As I said, we did play them a lot, in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and then it stopped in the early 90s. We didn't play again until the 2010s. Our record, they have 18 wins. We have 8 wins, and we have 1 tie. And I think we're gonna make it 9. I'm excited for it. There's a lot to think about with both teams. Notre Dame won a national championship game last season. Marcus Freeman has that team back to where they kind of should be, and I know he'll be itching to actually win the Natty this year. So with the Hurricanes, there's a lot to think about. I think that a lot of Hurricanes fans, myself included, we were disappointed with last season. We had the number 1 pick in the draft, Cam Ward. He was a breath of fresh air from some of the quarterbacks we've had. And the defense let him down. Let's call a spade a spade. The defense let him down. And not just the defense, the DB. The DBs last year, our secondary was awful. There's not a word that I can think of to describe how bad they were. And the first thing that comes to my mind, Syracuse. Syracuse was the game that we should have won, gotten into the playoff conversation, gotten to the playoffs, saw what happened. We made Syracuse look like they were prime Alabama. Our secondary was off. I just remember them, so many blown coverages, getting beat by just not even 5-star receivers, just getting beat. And the offseason, we've got some DBs in. We've changed the defensive coaching staff. And I'm hoping, and I think a lot of Hurricanes fans are hoping, that it's changed something. I mean, we definitely let our offense down last season. And hopefully we don't let them down this season. Hopefully the tackling's better. Our coverage is better. And we got a new quarterback. We got a quarterback in Carson Beck. Do I think he's as great as Cam Ward was? I don't. But he's not terrible. I mean, he was at Georgia. And Georgia fans will tell you, he's not all that, which is fine. But Georgia was in national championship conversations. They were in SEC championship conversations. Miami ain't been in the ACC championship. And have we ever been in the ACC championship? Now that I think about it, I'm not sure. Might have been once. We've never won it. I know for a fact we never won it. And for us to have been, out of the Big East and in the ACC for so long and not won it, that's not Hurricanes football, man. That's not how I grew up. I grew up watching, the 2001 Hurricanes win the national championship, getting robbed in 2003 by Ohio State. Like, I grew up watching Hurricanes teams being great. And hopefully this year we can return to that. And I think tonight is the first step. We have to beat Notre Dame. We have to beat them. We have to show the country that, I think it'll be too early to say the U is back, but we have to show them that we are serious. We're a serious team. And I think that Mario Cristobal has to show us that he can coach tight games. He can coach when his back's against the wall, and he can actually win. We need a master class against Syracuse, and they let us down. So we have to start the season better. I think we also lost our bowl game. We have to start the season better than we ended last season. So I think we're actually going to win. I think it's going to be 35-28 to the Hurricanes. I think it's going to be very, very exciting game. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Hopefully we get that win, and hopefully we can, make our way into the playoff this season.